Kissing is where the love, the passion, the feelings are widely expressed. Listen, if we are kissing, just know that I really fucking like you a lot. Because if you know how to kiss very well, if you know, you will not be kissing any Tom, Dick, and Harry. It is deep. Don't downplay kissing. It is deep. There's so many different styles of kissing. Soft, sweet kisses. Press you up against the wall kind of kisses. The I want to crawl into your skin and devour your soul kisses. Some people can sleep with strangers and not think it's a big deal. But there are some of us that can never spread them legs until there is a connection, until a connection is formed. If there is no emotional connection, if there is no attraction, no form of intimacy can occur, be it sex or just French kissing. Those explorative kisses where your tongue navigates the insides of another person and attempts to figure out the roadmap of who he or she is. And you say kissing is not intimate or is not more intimate to sexual encounters, to sex. Hey, are you okay? Except you're not kissing well. Hi guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Jane Lawrence and I come with a lot of juicy content. I've been on this fruit fast for, it's almost a week now. I think so, because my tummy has been acting crazy. So I've been taking fruit. After this fruit, I will go on 7 days water fast to reset my system. Anyways, enough of me. Welcome to my show. Welcome to the episode. Welcome to my channel. If this is your first time, do well to subscribe. Hit the notification bell to be notified whenever I post a video right here. I want to be consistent for a very long time. So I know you saw the topic. Let's get into it. You know, just this week, precisely on Tuesday, some friend of mine called in to argue that he thinks kissing someone is more emotionally intimate compared to lovemaking. And I was thinking about, because, you know, we always have this notion that men can kiss and dig their joystick into whatever hole they find. But it's quite amazing to think that there are some guys that take kissing really passionately, like they don't joke with it. They just don't kiss any woman, but they can sleep with any woman. They can sleep with any woman as long as you have a hole. They can sleep with you. But when it comes to kissing, it's a different ball game altogether, because they consider it much more intimate and something that should be reserved for someone they have intense bond with, or they're emotionally connected, or someone that they're at most attracted to. Most men will not kiss. I wouldn't say most men, but some men will not kiss any woman that they're not attracted to. And I think it's same for women. Except you're built differently, where you can kiss about any other person. You can kiss about any person. You bloody don't care. So I was thinking about when he said that, you know, and I would like to know what you think and share. I'm going to give you my own opinion, but I would like to hear from you, or I would like to read from you. Which is more intimate to you, kissing or making love? I'm using making love here because it's a lot milder on YouTube, okay? So let's have it down here. Tell me, which is much more intimate to you, that you just can't give to any random person? For me, I know I can't give both. It's impossible for me to give both. I can't just kiss anyone that I am not attracted to, or I'm not sexually attracted to. I cannot. Much less allow you see me out of my clothes. No, I am so reserved. Guys, you guys really don't know. I'm so reserved. So for me, it's both of them. But I would say kissing is much more intimate, because you could literally have sex with someone for the mechanical point of trying to scratch an itch. But kissing someone has got to be, oh, you feel the chemistry, because that's someone literally putting your tongue with saliva inside your mouth. You don't even know what bacteria they have. Now, listen, some people have argued over this topic, saying that they consider kissing to be way more intimate because it allows for more emotion and dedication, and that it seems more vulnerable and personal. Plus, the fact that still remains that many adult movie stars were obliged to engaging in sex, but they will never tolerate their on-screen partners kissing them. Why? Because one would assume that they consider kissing as an integral pathway to an inexplicable intimacy. So for them, which is quite applicable to some people who aren't porn stars, they don't have much problem considering intercourse with someone they just met or don't particularly know, or they don't particularly feel a thing for. But when someone leans forward close enough to feel your breath, or they lean forward to put their lips on your lips with their hands tracing your hairline, then that means you have really got to know them and you have some measurable degree of likeness with them, because kissing is an act where you can be vulnerable to someone that means something to you in a way that love evokes. Now, when you kiss, you're sending and sharing a different signal to the soul that sex can't send. And that signal tends to flow through the brain. Your pulse begin to beat faster, making you breathe harder and faster, and causing your pupil to dilate. And just maybe that's, maybe the reasons why people close their eyes whilst kissing. But sex doesn't leave you as vulnerable as much as kissing does. So invariably, it's only an intimate kiss that can lead to an intimate sex. In other words, the act of kissing is more emotionally intimate compared to lovemaking. So would you agree with this group? Do you think kissing is much more emotionally intimate compared to lovemaking? Drop a comment, I would like to see. Now, then there is this other group, which I would tag group B, that would argue that the word intimacy is synonymous to intercourse. And there is no way that you could rule that out or try to underrate it, because you can kiss as many times as you want an individual whom you have no particular emotional feelings for, but it will be harder for you to have sex with someone whom you aren't in love with. So depending on how you look at it, some people choose to believe that sex is exponentially more intimate to kissing, right? Lovemaking is when two people are nude. Everything about them is exposed, making them invariably vulnerable to each other. So showing that kind of sacred trust, or giving that sort of sacred trust to someone, is much more vulnerable than the kind of vulnerability a French kiss can bring, because you're not showing any form of nudity. While another group called Group C thinks that it is a relationship that either makes the kiss or sex intimate. You can decide to have a quick peck on the lips, bidding them goodbye, or have a quick romp in a sack just to get the jitters out. But neither of these two are particularly intimate. All right? But however, you can also kiss passionately or really connect with your partner during intercourse, both of which are extremely intimate. But this group don't think that it is the physical action either way that is important, but it's the feeling that you both have for each other behind the action. And that's what determines the intimacy. Now, do you agree with Group A, Group B, Group C? Because they all have an opinion, but I'm not quite sure about Group C. And also, I know that you want to hear what I have to say. Now let's get into it, as I think that all of these scenarios are dicey and it depends on the different individuals and their sexual experiences and preferences. Some people can sleep with strangers and not think it's a big deal, but there are some of us that can never spread them legs until there is a connection, until a connection is formed. If there is no emotional connection, if there is no attraction, no form of intimacy can occur, be it sex or just French kissing. And I am the latter, period. Because I think that kisses are far more intimate than sex. You can actually have intercourse and it doesn't always need feelings. And the hard truth is you can have sex without even looking your sexual partner in the eyes because you don't feel it that way. You don't feel it that way for them. All right. Now you can bask in the pleasure of an orgasm. You can close your eyes and even imagine that you're sleeping with someone else that you really, really want to be with. You can indulge in, the animalistic pleasures that are nothing but sexual excitement. But the truth of the matter is that kisses are built on nothing but feelings. Have you ever realized that when you're kissing, you have nothing in the world to hide behind? And that's because you are most vulnerable at that point in time. Especially when you literally are finding yourself sharing the same breath with someone else that you love, that you like, that you crave for. And you know that breaths are the force of life. Listen when I tell you that kisses are built on nothing but feelings. But then again, the greater, the deeper, looming question is, what exactly is intimacy? Is it strictly sexual? Or is it something more than just sleeping with someone? Now, I think that true intimacy is revealing the rawest, real, most stripped down version of yourself to your partner. It's allowing your formerly protective self to get close to another person, both physically and mentally. It's taking in a person's scent, to bask in a person's taste and crawl into a person's fucking heart. It is deep. Don't downplay kissing. It is deep. Kissing encompasses all of that. Kissing is a great metaphor for intimacy because we allow the essence of a person to land on our tongues. And as we kiss, we breathe each other in, the good and the bad. And there's so many different styles of kissing. Soft, sweet kisses that express affection and adoration. Passionate, press you up against the wall kind of kisses. The I want to crawl into your skin and devour your soul kisses. Those slow, emotional kisses that attain apologies, especially when you've been in a mess in your relationship and it fills you with irrepressible sweeps of impassioned love that cuts you to the core. Those explorative kisses where your tongue navigates the insides of another person and attempts to figure out the roadmap of who he or she is. And you say kissing is not intimate or is not more intimate to sexual encounters, to sex. Hey, are you okay? Except you're not kissing well. Because if you know how to kiss very well, if you know, you will not be kissing any Tom, Dick, and Harry. And I will say it again. If you know how to kiss, it is those people who don't know how to kiss very well that kiss any Tom, Dick, and Harry, that have no. If you kiss and you're kissing with your soul, you can feel your soul merge into one. Like you feel an orgasm, not like it's a normal orgasm, like you feel your soul orgasmically intertwined, just as your tongue intertwines, caresses each other in your mouth. You will not say that sex is more intimate than kissing. That means you don't know how to make out. Do you know what it means to kiss for hours? Well, not for hours, because I mean, when I mean hours, it's not like you're definitely going to have a break, but you're kissing more, sloppy, and do you know what it means? The act of sex can just finish in less than 5 minutes. Pa, 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 and you're back to a refractive mode where you don't want to touch each other, especially if there is no emotional connection. But kissing for hours, you're speaking to each other's souls through your mouth with your eyes closed. What do you do when you're kissing, when your eyes are closed? What do you imagine? What do you imagine? Do you imagine thinking of another person that you could have been kissing? No! Of course you're imagining the person in your face, the person in your head is the person that you're kissing. And you're enjoying and soaking in what they're doing, especially if you're with a great kisser. See, in this life, if you marry a person who is not a great kisser, and is not willing to learn how to kiss, my darling, you're doomed. Because what are you guys going to be doing? So it's funny how people don't know that kissing and not just kissing for the sake of it, but kissing your soulmate is healing. Any one of these kisses that I mentioned is rich with healing powers. Any one of them allows you to work through your deep-rooted issues with vulnerability and your fear of exposing the softest sides of you by letting someone into the most vulnerable part of your body, which is your mouth. So while kissing can be madly sexual and, most definitely going to lead into the most mind-blowing sex in the stratosphere, kissing by itself is loaded with far more depth and meaning than sex. You can't lock lips with another human for endless hours unless you have feelings for him or her beyond the realms of sexual attraction. Kissing is where the love, the passion, the feelings are widely expressed. And that, my sweet love, is a triumph far more intimate than simple, nameless, removed sex could ever be. So for me, kissing is the pinnacle of connection. And how you kiss tells me what you feel for me. If it's just love or lust, or if you're just forced to do it so that you hit the sack, your kiss will definitely reveal your true intentions. And only sensitive women can detect those intentions. Sex isn't always the star when it comes to getting intimate. Sure, it definitely requires certain physical proximity, but sometimes it's simply functional. It's just functional. Meanwhile, a kiss is literally in your face and can easily channel the mind. I know that we're, incredibly physically vulnerable during sex, but kissing intimately just ignites, or rather just invites a different flavor of openness. Listen, if we are kissing, just know that I really fucking like you a lot. And honestly, you can literally sleep with almost anyone and dissociate pretty easily without emotions attached. No wonder this makes sense, especially when considering, some sex workers. Some sex workers place a higher premium on kissing privileges as part of the girlfriend experience, which offers clients, a heightened level of intimacy. At some brothels, this is the most expensive and most requested service. You can't just go to a brothel and see a sex worker. No matter how cute and clean you are as a man, you won't see a sex worker who would agree to kissing. That's like off the limit. I know someone is saying, isn't it just tongues and lips? Well, it is way deeper than that. Aside the saliva, it is way deeper than that. And even with the saliva, if you're with someone that you truly are deeply bonded with, In fact, you would even want them to even give you saliva, self. Their saliva can be nasty. You can play with your saliva when you're kissing. Nasty, nasty kissing. So if you're not kissing more time than you are making love in your relationship, then there is a trouble. There is trouble. Because I believe that kissing is more intimate than sex. And the first sign of trouble in a relationship is a drop off in the act. I mean, a kiss is where romance is. You know, kissing and cuddling is more about expressing something more solid and more emotionally bonded. So if your marriage or your relationship has this sparingly or none at all, then it's safe to say that you both are far apart emotionally and you all need to talk about it. So this is where we ended on. Let me get to know what you think. Do you think kissing is much more intimate compared to sex? Would you allow any, can you just kiss anyone? Even if can you just kiss anyone? Or can you just kiss anyone? And I would like to know for the men too, do you just kiss any woman? Or you only kiss women that you're attracted to, or you kiss women that you're emotionally connected to, or you kiss women that you're emotionally bonded to? Which one comes to you more? Let's talk in the comment section, all right? Until I come your way, know that I love you and God loves you best. Thank you so much, guys.